And tonight, lawmakers in the House are voting on legislation aimed at preventing police misconduct. This is a bill named in honor of George Floyd, the man whose death in police custody sparked protests nationwide. And in just 5 days, jury selection will begin in the trial against the former Minneapolis police officer accused of killing Floyd. But it was a traffic stop 30 years ago today that changed the nation's attitude toward police brutality when 4 white Los Angeles police officers beat a black man, later identified as Rodney King. All of it caught on camera, footage that would be seen across the globe. And it started a national conversation about racism in America that we are still struggling to resolve today. NewsNation's Nancy Liu joining us live tonight from California with more. Nancy.
And Marnie, 30 years means many in Los Angeles weren't even born when the infamous beating happened or during the days of the deadly rioting. The Rodney King case sparked substantial change in police departments everywhere, but some believe not enough has changed. At the intersection of Osborne and Foothill Boulevard in the Lakeview Terrace neighborhood of L.A., there are no signs of its sad significance.
This is where it ended at, right there.
54-year-old Lonnie Pratt is well aware. He grew up in this neighborhood and was training for a security job when NewsNation affiliate KTLA obtained this home video of the police beating of Rodney King on this day 30 years ago.
I just got my security guard permit. And I went to baton training, so I knew every time they hit him, they was breaking something. And it was like, every time they hit him, I was like, whoa.
The footage sparked immediate outrage as the country and the world watched several LAPD officers beating and kicking Rodney King for about 15 minutes.
I thought they were going to kill me. That's what I thought. After they tied me up like that and handcuffed me, I thought I was going to die.
The brutality left King with multiple injuries, including a fractured skull. On the night it happened, he was out on parole for robbery and had led police on a high-speed chase.
Both sides are contributors to what happened.
Longtime residents of Lakeview Terrace remember that night and still have strong opinions.
Non-compliant, but they also overused their power in beating him badly. He was there handcuffed and everything. That's enough.
Civil rights advocates say the footage was perhaps the first viral video to change perceptions.
That was the first death knell to sort of policing with impunity. The public began to question what the black public had always questioned, and it became unignorable.
A recent analysis by the LA Times found that LAPD officers continue to stop and search people of color at far higher rates than whites. Author Joe Dominic has written extensively about the ongoing reforms within the LAPD.
The story still needs to be written about how reformers and politicians and good cops, and there are a lot of them, are going to find a way to work together to make the change that Rodney King showed us is so desperately needs to be made.
Not guilty of the crime of assault.
The King beating triggered more dark history a year later when all 4 officers were acquitted on assault charges. Several days of rioting, burning, looting, and violence led to more than 50 deaths. It was a public plea from Rodney King that helped to bring a stop to the rioting.
I just want to say, can we all get along? Can we get along?
The Rodney King case has forever changed public reaction to police incidents, especially now in the age of smartphones. There has since been much more video documentation and death.
And the sad part about it, those are only the cases that you know about. Those are only the cases that people happen to have a camera in someone's face. It's probably hundreds of thousands or millions of cases where no one had a camera. Somebody put on a dark street.
Today, the LAPD is far more diverse, but the department acknowledges that more change is needed.
There's still work to be done. I think that's always the case. Being transparent and building trust take a lot of work.
Has policing changed? Yes. Has it reached the street and can neighborhoods see it and feel it? No. Why? Because the mission has not changed from shock and awe, mass incarceration, search and destroy, stop and frisk enforcement
Rodney King died at the age of 47 in an accidental drowning in 2012. In a KTLA interview a few months earlier, he poignantly recalled his words of peace.
Can we all just get along? Yeah, and it's a good thing to be remembered. When after I'm dead and gone, it's a good thing for people to remember me by. Can we all just get along?
In a tweet today, the LAPD acknowledged today's anniversary and stressed their continued efforts to improve that department. Among the changes over the years that have been implemented, term limits on chiefs of police and more officer training on de-escalation tactics. Live in Los Angeles, Nancy Liu, NewsNation.
Hard to believe, 30 years. Nancy, thank you.